The royal world has been thrown into a frenzy after an unexpected development at one of the most prestigious events on the royal calendar. Guests arrived expecting the usual royal lineup, photographers prepared for familiar images, and palace observers anticipated another carefully choreographed display of unity. But what unfolded instead has sparked intense discussion across Britain and beyond. In a move that few saw coming, Princess Anne appeared prominently at King Charles's side during this week's high-profile state banquet, occupying a position that many royal watchers traditionally associate with Queen Camilla. The sight was enough to ignite speculation almost immediately. Why was Anne standing so close to the king? Why was she receiving such visible attention during one of the monarchy's most important ceremonial occasions? And what, if anything, does this reveal about the evolving balance of influence inside the royal family? While Buckingham Palace has offered no dramatic explanation, insiders suggest that the moment may carry far greater significance than many initially realized. For years, Princess Anne has quietly established herself as one of the monarchy's most dependable figures. Unlike other members of the royal family who often find themselves dominating headlines, Anne has built her reputation through relentless duty, discipline, and unwavering commitment to the crown. Those who work within royal circles often describe her as the ultimate professional. She rarely seeks attention. She avoids controversy. And she consistently ranks among the hardest-working royals year after year. Now, at a time when the monarchy faces enormous pressures, many observers believe King Charles may be relying more heavily than ever on his sister's experience and loyalty. The state banquet itself was intended to showcase Britain's diplomatic strength and royal tradition. Distinguished international guests, government officials, diplomats, and prominent figures gathered beneath glittering chandeliers for an evening steeped in ceremony. Yet despite the grandeur of the occasion, much of the conversation afterward focused not on the speeches or diplomatic discussions, but on the positioning of key royal figures. Photographs from the event quickly circulated online. Royal commentators immediately noticed Anne's unusually prominent presence. Some described it as symbolic. Others called it strategic. A few even suggested it represented one of the clearest signs yet of her growing importance within Charles's reign. One veteran royal observer remarked that Anne has increasingly become the king's most trusted lieutenant. That description resonated with many who have watched the siblings work together over decades. Their relationship stretches back to childhood. They shared the unique experience of growing up under the watchful eye of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. They witnessed historic transformations within the monarchy, and throughout periods of triumph and crisis alike, Anne remained one of Charles's most reliable allies. Unlike many royal relationships that have experienced public strains, their bond has often appeared remarkably steady. This history has become especially important during recent years. King Charles inherited not only the throne but also the immense challenge of guiding the monarchy through a rapidly changing era. Questions about modernization, public trust, and succession continue to dominate royal discussions. At the same time, health concerns have inevitably increased scrutiny surrounding the institution's future. In such an environment, dependable support becomes invaluable. And few figures embody dependability more than Princess Anne. Several royal insiders suggest that Anne's expanded visibility reflects practical realities as much as symbolism. The Princess Royal has demonstrated a willingness to shoulder additional responsibilities whenever required. Whether representing the crown abroad, attending engagements across Britain, or supporting major state occasions, she has repeatedly stepped forward without complaint. Her work ethic has become legendary within palace circles. One former royal aide once observed that Anne approaches royal duty with military precision. Every appearance is prepared. Every obligation is fulfilled. Every commitment is treated seriously. That reputation has earned widespread respect. It has also made her an indispensable figure during periods of uncertainty. The state banquet offered another opportunity for those qualities to be displayed. Observers noted Anne's confidence throughout the evening. She moved comfortably among guests. She appeared relaxed yet authoritative. And she projected the sense of continuity that royal institutions value deeply. For some attendees, her presence seemed entirely natural. after all, and has spent decades mastering the demands of public life. Yet for others, the visual significance could not be ignored. Images matter enormously within the monarchy. Positioning matters. Appearances matter. And when a senior royal occupies a particularly visible role during a major event, questions inevitably follow. This has led to widespread speculation about what the moment means for Queen Camilla. To be clear, there is no evidence of conflict between Anne and Camilla. In fact, public interactions between the two women have generally appeared cordial and respectful. Both understand the responsibilities attached to royal life. Both have supported King Charles in different ways. And both have spent years navigating the intense scrutiny that accompanies senior royal status. Nevertheless, the optics of the banquet have fueled endless discussion. Some commentators argue that Anne's prominence reflects growing recognition of her effectiveness. Others suggest that Charles increasingly values her judgment during a period of significant challenges. Still others believe the moment highlights a broader shift toward emphasizing experienced working royals who have consistently demonstrated commitment over many decades. Whatever the explanation, the public reaction has been remarkable. Social media platforms quickly filled with praise for Anne. Supporters highlighted her decades of service. Many described her as the backbone of the monarchy. Others called her the most underrated member of the royal family. The enthusiasm reflects something that has become increasingly noticeable in recent years. Princess Anne's popularity has grown substantially. While she may not generate the constant headlines associated with younger royals, public appreciation for her dedication appears stronger than ever. Many people see her as a reminder of traditional royal values: duty, discretion, and service. Those qualities have become particularly appealing during periods of turbulence. The banquet therefore represented more than a single evening. For many observers, it served as a snapshot of the monarchy's current priorities: experience, reliability, continuity. These themes seem increasingly central to King Charles's approach, and few individuals embody those qualities more completely than his sister. Some palace watchers even point to Anne's long-standing relationship with their late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen famously valued consistency and commitment. Anne's decades of service reflected those principles perfectly. Many believe Charles shares similar instincts. If so, it would hardly be surprising to see him place considerable trust in the Princess Royal as he navigates the complexities of his reign. As the evening drew to a close and guests departed, one reality became clear. The images from the banquet would continue generating discussion long after the final speeches ended. Every photograph seemed to reinforce the same message: Princess Anne remains one of the monarchy's most influential and respected figures. Whether her prominent role was carefully planned, entirely practical, or a combination of both, the effect was undeniable. Attention shifted toward Anne. Questions multiplied, and royal watchers began examining every detail for clues about what might come next. Because in the world of royalty, even the smallest changes can signal larger developments waiting just beneath the surface. As royal observers continue dissecting every moment of this week's state banquet, one conclusion is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore: Princess Anne's role within King Charles's reign appears more important than ever. Whether her prominent position was simply ceremonial or a reflection of deeper trust behind palace walls, it sent a powerful message about stability and experience at the heart of the monarchy. For now, Buckingham Palace remains silent on the speculation. But one thing is certain: when Princess Anne steps into the spotlight, people pay attention. And after this remarkable appearance, the royal conversation is far from over.